Here in just a couple of months, this field behind us will be full of plants about that tall with big yellow flowers on them, and that's canola. And we're here to talk with Josh Bushong about the canola crop right now in Oklahoma. What are we seeing?
Well, right now we're still in dormancy. The plant's more or less sitting idle. Once we start to warm up quite a bit, the plants will break that dormancy and start to regrow and put on new leaves. For some beginning growers, losing all these leaves this winter was kind of a frightening sight for them. But as long as those crowns, that center growing point, still green, that plant will put on new leaves and we'll get more growth, and before long it'll start to bolt and flower like you mentioned. So as long as that crown is still alive, and as you can see here, we're starting to put on a few leaves now, but we're still sitting in pretty good shape. Some areas across the state have had a little bit harsher winter than some others, and some certain varieties have handled that winter a little bit better than others. So we are starting to go back to our variety selection from our breeding program up north at Kansas State and able to get some of those lines out of the way. But getting out, checking your fields, see how many plants you got, what kind of plant population you have, and start looking at your crop from there. So
okay, so let's talk about the cold weather. Last year we had 3 or 4 late freezes. Does that affect canola like it does wheat?
Yes, some of those late freezes do impact the canola crop just like in wheat. But canola has a slight advantage. It is an indeterminate growth habit. So even if we do lose those apical meristems, the plant will put on new shoots and set new buds and flowers lower down on the stem. So it does more or less rebound from some of those late freeze events. But it's not like wheat where we lose that whole tiller. The plant does rebound some. Does it hurt us on some yield? More than likely. But it's hard to quantify how much those late freezes actually hurt us.
But right now here in January and February, we're okay with that. So producers need to be looking for what in their fields?
Well, right now, like I said, check your stands, and while you're out there scouting your fields, also be looking for bugs. Some of our seed treatments are already worn off, so start looking for aphids now, and also be looking out for worms, your diamondback moth larvae, your army cutworms, and some other worms like that. So be on the lookout for insects, and also see if you have any weed escapes from your fall herbicide, or if you haven't sprayed a herbicide yet, see if it's getting to that point where you need to start spraying. But obviously let it warm up a little bit to get a little bit better efficiency out of those herbicides. But check your crop, make sure you have a decent crop, check for weeds and insects, and also start thinking about putting your top dress down. Just like wheat, many producers top dress the remaining nitrogen on their canola this time of year. So canola takes a little bit more nitrogen than wheat, about 2.5 pounds of nitrogen per bushel of canola. So minus whatever you put down pre-plant, whatever you have in the soil, and whatever your yield goal is, you need to put that remainder nitrogen out before too long. Some other guys are adding sulfur products in there, some ammonium thiophosphate, or any kind of sulfate form will be available to the plant. So get out there, check your crop, see if you need to spray any pesticides, and see if you need to start top dressing before long.
Okay, and producers across the Southern Great Plains are going to have an opportunity to talk with you personally about this coming up at a conference.
Yes, the Great Plains Canola Association is hosting their Canola College event again this year in Enid at the Expo Center at the fairgrounds. So it's on February 13th. There's going to be about 8 different presenters there covering 7 different topics, anything from basic agronomy to advanced agronomy, soil fertility, insect control, weed control, no-till management, and also harvest options. So anything more or less about canola production, or any new or advanced producer, feel welcome to attend the free event. There is an online registration, so get online and be sure to get your name in and make sure we have enough meals. So.
Okay, thank you very much, Josh, and we'll put a link to that website on our website, sunup.okstate.edu.